What's up, guys? That Really Gross Guy here. We are back with another buy, bargain, or bust with Vampire Survivors, a very cheap, addicting, survival-like game. This game kind of paved the way for a new kind of genre, roguelike style game that a lot of people started to imitate. Vampire Survivors is very cheap, and I mean, I think it's like $5 on Steam. I've seen it go on sale like 25% off or something. But basically, this game is less than $5. The DLC includes like a couple like Castlevania style characters and whatnot. There's Among Us also, I believe, that is jumped in and gotten their characters in game as well. And the DLC, I think, is only a few bucks on top of that. So I think the last sale I saw this game on was all the DLC and the game for just under $7. And to be honest, this game is a pretty bare bones, almost NES like, old school Nintendo like kind of concept, but it's strangely addicting. You basically are on this giant like 2D map that I think just repeats. I don't know enough quite about the game where it's like if I keep going to the left for, however long, 20, 30 minutes, if it's just repeating over and over and over again, like it's going in a circle, or if there's anything maybe to be found secretly way off in the edges of the map. It's stuff that I have yet to discover, but I'm thoroughly enjoying my really basic time in this game. Like, you can see I'm jumping in very basic, starting the game out. Character has a little bit of like a whip ability, and every time you pick up the little experience and stuff on the map, you slowly level up and you acquire new abilities, whether it be like magical spells. There's like, I think it's like just like a holy book or a Bible or something that rotates around your character. There's like lightning spells or fireballs, or you can. Yep, I think I grabbed the Bible. This plays on kind of the religious, not necromancy, whatever, like a priest-styled gameplay. You can see it kind of float around there. You boost those abilities up over time by leveling up some more, so that their duration lasts longer, their damage is greater, and all sorts of stuff. But every once in a while, from certain enemies, they'll drop these treasure chests, which has this goofy little music to it. But this is basically going to give you some of the gold in the game, which is the currency that is going to help you, number one, purchase new characters, or kind of upgrade some of your skills, so that the next time you run it as a roguelike game, like I was mentioning, you're going to be just a little bit stronger to start out. So your base damage or your base experience and all that stuff is just a little bit better going in, and it exponentially starts to help. Yeah, right. So we're not too much further into it, but you'll see that there's different kind of events that occur. They typically happen around the 5, 10, 15, 20, every interval of 5. It seems like there's some sort of event. New enemies start populating the map as you go at specific intervals, that whatever they're designated to. But you can see here that at the 5-minute mark, we got like this inner or this ring of these plant-like, creatures that basically started closing in on you. I'm assuming this was to specifically get you trapped in the middle and have all sorts of, other monsters, come down on you. If you have enough health, you can basically run through them, or if you can do enough damage, you can break your way out of them. But there's just a little example of some of the little events that occur during the mission. I managed to pick up some sort of drop that wiped them all out. That's not very common, but I got lucky on that very first playthrough. And now you can see all these ghost-like zombie you know, monsters populating the screen, running around, collecting all that experience that dropped for the future. But anyways, let's push on forwards and see just a little ways out. All right, we're approaching that 12-minute mark, and oh boy, there was a section there, and you can kind of see it here, where just an incredible amount of just skeletons start just bombarding you from every direction. You know, once again, another enemy type that comes in. These werewolves start approaching, and it's not very long before of course, this is my very first run. I'm just not able to keep up with all the incoming enemies, and I end up going down. But like I said, after every attempt, you're basically able to level up your base stats and all that stuff. You come back a second time, and you're that much stronger. But I will admit that this game does take a little bit of time for you to kind of, I don't know, feel more powerful. But once you hit that section, once you get a few stats and you actually get a few weapons that actually like synergize together, your actual strength in the game grows like crazy. All right, so here we are, just kind of thumbing through some of the power-ups that we are able to select and buy in order to get that much stronger for the next run. I thumbed through a few of these, and I ended up picking out a couple different things. Mostly just damage. I think I did maybe slightly experience rate or something. Actually, I only have 1,000 coins. I think I just go with damage, maybe a little bit of health. But yeah. And let's get further in. Let's see what happens when we're you know, much further into to a run. All right, so I did want to bring you guys back in. I'm not necessarily further into a run, but I am using a different character. I've also rolled different abilities. I guess certain characters also have some abilities that are specifically tied to them. So you can see here that I am, he looks like someone from Castlevania. I'm not super familiar with like the old school, like 2D Castlevania kind of stuff. So I'm not exactly familiar with who this person specifically is. But you can see that I have different abilities. I have like this randomized lightning spell that drops and blasts enemies. These like shuriken ninja star deals that are flying around taking enemies down is really cool. Oh, look at that. A pickup that managed to pull in all of the experience on the map is really, really good. So leveling up as we go. And I was not aware at this point that there are different synergies in the game. But that is going to be something I show you guys and end up exploring a lot more heavily when I get into the next character I end up unlocking. All right, guys, so here we are. Things have gotten a little bit more intense. I've unlocked a new character. I think it required me to defeat like 100,000 enemies or something. I forget exactly. But we're 20 minutes in at this point. I have accumulated all sorts of different abilities. This demon prince like character, I don't know exactly, is a bit intense. I can almost idle here, at least at this point. I did get some good rolls, so I maybe am a little bit more powerful than I was expecting. I do remember when I got into this map, I managed to get one of those like absorbent deals that drew in all of the experience from all over the map as I was running from enemies. I did get a couple really good treasure chests, so I felt like this was a phenomenal run. And is this another one? Maybe this was another one. I cannot remember. Oh no, that just increases my overall pickup range. But anyways, yeah, I got these crazy synergies going. I'm absolutely decimating the enemies, like I said, where I could almost just stand still. That does kind of stop happening as we get closer to the 30-minute mark. But yeah, we're gonna push on. I'm gonna show you guys what it's like, even with a little bit more chaos. All right, we are hitting that 25-minute mark, and the amount of effects and stuff that are going on screen, making things real crazy. We have enemies just coming at us left and right. A boss dropping in at 25, taking him down. Skulls, bats, all sorts of craziness. It's intense, but for the most part, like I said, with good drops, good rolls, it seems like I can pretty much just stand here at this point. Oh man, there's something about it. Something about that power creep when you get the right weapons, the synergies and whatnot. That this just gets absurd. The swords that fly back and forth are a synergy. The birds that's flying around are the conjunction of like the raven and the dove that shoots this crazy rainbow effect that just decimates enemies. It's just absurd, but very cool. Just the power fantasy of this basic 2D game is crazy. All right, things have gotten absolutely insane. We're approaching the 30-minute mark. I can, for the most part, like run because I have to stay mobile. I can, for the most part, run away from a lot of these guys. If I take a little bit of damage, I'm able to level up and then heal off that damage because all of my skills at this point are maxed out. It's absurd. The particles, the craziness, and from what I hear, it gets even more crazy. You can see all the damage numbers and counters. I'm just plugging away, absolutely decimating the enemies, and then suddenly at the 30-minute mark, things change. Things at the 30-minute mark are basically a guarantee. I had this ability to revive. Anyways, the 30-minute mark is basically a game over. Like, it sounds like there might be a way to take down the Reaper or whoever that comes after you at this point. But as far as I can tell, unless you have a certain strategy or certain equipment or something, you're done at 30 minutes. This guy comes and wipes you out. But anyways, that was absolutely nasty. It was just strangely fun. It's a very addicting game. The creator of this game used to design games for like slot machines for people to gamble on. And it seems like they decided, I'm just going to take all the things I know to make a game super fun and addicting and not be a total scumbag and make a really, really cheap game, let people enjoy it, and not charge people, all sorts of crazy microtransactions. This, like I said, this game and the two little DLCs, which have the Among Us and Castlevania characters, are like $7. And I'm assuming that the DLCs are only paid content because there was some contract or whatever that got formed between the creators of Castlevania, the creators of the Among Us, video game. So, I'm assuming that this creator was just like, hey, you know what? I think I can make something pretty cool. I know that I can take the addicting stuff that I've learned from making these casino games, and I can apply it to, something. I can charge a few bucks for it, and people will love it. I don't know if he realized that this game would sell as good as it did. He may have. But it doesn't seem like he ever reached that point where he was like, I'm just going to be greedy. Because, like I said, just a couple DLCs, no microtransactions. I'd have to see. If anyone knows, let me know. If this developer moved on to create anything else. There are other Survivor-like imitations of this game now, which we're going to explore here in the next episodes. But yeah, he had something going for him, and he's probably made an incredible amount of money off this game because so many people bought it. Many of you probably have already bought it, but on this buy, bargain, or bust, I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to see something new and maybe, pick it up if you want. But anyways, for $5, this is absolutely a buy. it's so fun and addicting, and it's pretty casual. I mean, you lose, you just start kick back in, start over. There is a little bit of a slow burn to kind of get things going, but I don't know. It's not too bad. It is what it is. And yeah, I had a blast. So if you can get this game on discount, all the better. But for just a few bucks, it's definitely a buy. The DLCs with the Castlevania and Among Us stuff, that's up to you. But yeah. Anyways, sound off in the comments below what you think about the game if you played it. I don't know. I'm gonna jump back in for another round. I can't help it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I hope to see you guys again in the next one.